Welcome to Easy Talk English, Day 3. If you want to improve your English step by step, relax, listen, and enjoy this conversation. In today's video, you will listen to a long, calm, real-life dialogue. The sentences are simple but natural, so don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just listen, feel the rhythm of the language, and let your English grow naturally. Before we start, please like this video and subscribe to the channel because your support helps this project grow. Now, let's begin.
You know, Emma, this morning I woke up much earlier than usual, and instead of immediately thinking about work or responsibilities, I stayed in bed for a few minutes and noticed how my thoughts slowly started to appear one by one. Almost like a quiet conversation inside my head about what kind of day I wanted to have, and how much control I really have over my time and energy.
That sounds very familiar to me because I often wake up with mixed emotions, where part of me wants to stay in that comfortable, safe moment before the day begins, and another part already feels the pressure of expectations, tasks, and decisions that I know I will have to face once I leave my home.
I think mornings are very honest, because when you wake up, your body and mind don't lie to you, and you immediately feel whether you are rested, motivated, worried, or simply tired of repeating the same routine again and again.
Yes, mornings show the real state of our inner world, especially when there are no distractions yet, no conversations, no noise, just you and your thoughts, which can be calming but also a little uncomfortable if you don't like what you are feeling.
Did you wake up with an alarm today? Or did your body decide the moment for you? Because I noticed that when I wake up naturally, my whole day feels softer and less aggressive.
I used an alarm, but I didn't rush to turn it off because I wanted to give myself a few seconds to accept the idea that the day had started, instead of fighting against it like I used to do before.
Do you ever feel that checking your phone too early steals your calm? Because for me, when I see messages or news immediately, my brain suddenly feels overloaded with other people's problems and expectations.
Absolutely. And that's why I try to limit that habit. Because the moment I start scrolling, I feel like my attention no longer belongs to me, and the day begins to control me instead of the other way around.
What did you choose to drink this morning? And did that small decision affect how you felt later? Because for me, coffee is not just a drink. It's a signal that the day has officially begun.
I chose tea again because I noticed that tea helps me stay calm and focused, while coffee sometimes makes my thoughts too fast, and I don't want to start my day in a hurry inside my head.
Did you eat breakfast slowly? Or was it one of those mornings when you eat without really tasting the food? Because I noticed that when I rush breakfast, I feel rushed emotionally as well.
I ate slowly today, and it really made a difference, because eating without stress feels like telling yourself that you deserve time and attention, even on a busy day.
How did you feel when you stepped outside your home? Because sometimes I feel confident and ready, and other times I feel like I am walking directly into uncertainty without knowing what the day will bring.
I felt a quiet tension, not fear, but awareness, because I knew the day would be demanding, and I could already feel that pressure sitting somewhere in my chest.
My commute gives me too much time to think, and sometimes I wonder if that is a gift or a problem, because my thoughts often move from simple plans to deep questions about my future and whether I am making the right choices.
Public transport does that to people, because you are physically moving forward while mentally staying in the same place, questioning decisions you made years ago and imagining different versions of your life.
When you arrive at work, do you feel like you need to change your personality a little? because I often feel that I become a more serious and controlled version of myself the moment I start working.
Yes, work requires a certain role, and sometimes wearing that role for too long makes it hard to remember who you are outside of your responsibilities and expectations.
Do you feel a strong sense of responsibility at work? Because for me, knowing that mistakes can affect others creates constant pressure, even when everything seems calm on the surface.
Responsibility stays with me even after work, and sometimes I replay conversations and decisions in my head, wondering if I could have handled things better or said something differently.
Mental tiredness is the hardest part for me, because at the end of the day, my body feels normal, but my thoughts feel slow, heavy, and difficult to organize.
Mental exhaustion is invisible, and that makes it dangerous, because people around you may think you are fine, while inside, you feel completely drained.
Do you remember to take breaks? Or do you sometimes forget about yourself during the day? Because I often realize too late that I haven't rested even for a few minutes.
I try to take small breaks because I learned that pushing without rest doesn't make me stronger. It just makes me less patient and more emotional.
What you eat during the day really matters. And I noticed that heavy food affects not only my body, but also my mood and concentration, especially in the afternoon.
Yes, food is more connected to our emotions than people realize. And when I eat badly, I feel it immediately in my energy and motivation.
When the workday ends, I feel relief, but also reflection. Because part of me wants to forget the day, and another part wants to analyze everything that happened.
That reflection can be helpful, but it can also turn into unnecessary self-criticism if we are not careful.
Coming home feels like crossing a border, because once I change my clothes and sit down in silence, I finally feel that the outside world no longer demands anything from me.
That moment of safety is powerful, and without it, even rest doesn't feel real.
Health became more important to me recently, because I realized that without energy and balance, success feels empty and stressful instead of rewarding.
I feel the same, and I started understanding that taking care of my health is not selfish, but necessary if I want to live well.
I try to move my body even when I don't feel motivated, because movement helps my mind clear itself from unnecessary noise.
Motivation comes and goes, but habits stay, and that's something I am still learning.
Dinner is my favorite part of the day, because it feels like permission to slow down and stop proving something to the world.
Dinner is when the day finally releases its grip, and you can breathe normally again.
Evenings should restore us, not drain us. And I try to protect that time from stress and negativity.
Yes, because the way we spend our evenings often decides how we wake up the next morning.
Before sleeping, I think about my life in a very honest way. Because at night, there is no one to impress and no role to play.
Night thoughts can be uncomfortable, but they are often true.
I don't want a perfect future. I want a balanced one, where growth doesn't destroy health and success doesn't steal peace.
That sounds like a future worth working for.
I really appreciate conversations like this because they remind me that confusion is normal and that everyone is trying to understand life in their own way.
Yes, and talking slowly and honestly helps us understand ourselves better.
See you tomorrow, Emma.
See you tomorrow, Max. Thank you for listening to Daily English, Day 3. If this conversation was helpful or relaxing for you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends who are learning English. Daily listening creates real progress, even if you study only a little every day. See you in Daily English, Day 4. Keep learning, keep listening, and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Daily English, Day 3. If this conversation was helpful or relaxing for you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends who are learning English. Daily listening creates real progress, even if you study only a little every day. See you in Daily English, Day 4. Keep learning, keep listening, and have a great day.